was informed that the Honorable Minister has come into town and he wanted to have a tete-a-tete with me before going to meet with the people, the youths, and all of our people. And so I informed the Deputy Governor and excused myself. And after our tete-a-tete, we agreed that we should all come to, first of all, address this Executive Council and by extension, the people of Bayelsa, of what he himself has come to do, which is in line and in tandem with what the Bayelsa state government is doing. And so they are here. He is the only minister from Bayelsa State and is representing us very well in the Federal Executive Council. And so thank you, distinguished Senator and Honorable Minister. You are welcome to your state, your peaceful state of Bayelsa. You are welcome to the State Executive Council of Bayelsa State. This is the version of your own FEC. Yours is FEC, ours is SEC. And so I had earlier addressed our people. First of all, I had told our people that protests are the rights of every citizen in a democratic setup. However, you must have a reason to protest, and the reasons must be reasons that you can even dialogue. And for us in Bayelsa, we have used dialogue from the beginning of this government up until our first term. And as a result of the sterling performances, Bayelsans re-elected us for a second term. And so we are calling on Bayelsans to dialogue if there be any issues, and not to join these August 1st sponsored protests, particularly by failed politicians that we have identified in our states. Those who failed in the 2023 elections are the ones who are behind these protests in Bayelsa State. There are those who come into politics. Yeah, people fail, even including me. I failed as a chairmanship aspirant of my local government. We didn't bring down the local government. Today we are all seeing David Lyon here who contested with me and even was said to have won. And at the end of the day, the court gave a verdict. And thereafter, we started talking. And today we are working together for the interests of Bayelsa State. And that's what distinguishes a patriot and a nationalist from those who are power hungry at all costs. And so, from all the security reports we have, and from the informal security reports we have, the people behind this so-called protest of August in Bayelsa is Timothy Silva, Joshua McIver, one Atuo who is also working with Timothy Silva, Dr. Johnny Dumangi, who has been a very maverick social media man, moving from one group to the other. Tomorrow is here, next tomorrow is on the other side, next tomorrow is on the other side. He is the one on the social media with others who are working with Timothy Silva, worked with him in 2023 elections and are still working with him. They are the ones who are sponsoring and orchestrating these so-called protests. They have even gone ahead to say, no, we are not protesting against federal government. We are protesting against Bayelsa state government. The state government and the federal government are inseparable. We are one and the same. I work with the federal government of Nigeria. I go to Abuja every now and then. Abuja brought palliatives. We have distributed them from Monday. By today, all palliatives will be distributed. Distribution is at the cost of the state government, but the palliatives were brought by Abuja. That is how we synergize. And several other things that we are doing with Abuja. Our commissioners are going to Abuja to meet with ministers. In fact, the Honorable Commissioner for Health was to have left to see the Minister of Health, but for the State Executive Council. And so you cannot say you are protesting against Bayelsa state government and then you are not protesting against the federal government. That is the politics that they want to play. And you cannot politicize this type of protest. We all know where these protests take us to. The issue of end SARS. We are all in this country. We saw the level of destruction. We are happy that in Bayelsa, those who had end SARS conducted themselves peacefully and protested to me, and I received them and led them to the Commissioner of Police. Theirs was against police brutality. But this one, and this time around in Bayelsa State, we have seen the handwriting too clearly that we cannot allow those people to have their way. Whether it is against state or whether it's against federal government, we are saying no, no, no. And we have also identified the kind of statements that came out from Chief Temepere Silva, which actually vindicates the security reports and all the informal reports that we have heard that he and his cohorts were the sponsors. Now they say they are the leaders of APC, and so the APC will not participate. They will now recruit other people, maybe some of them not even Bayelsans, to come into Bayelsa State to protest. I have put the security on high alert, the Nigerian police and all other service commanders in our Security Council meeting to ensure that criminals who disguise themselves as protesters are dealt with as criminals. And Honorable Minister, I have engaged the youths of Bayelsa, the youth leadership of Bayelsa. I have engaged the students' leadership of Bayelsa. I have engaged the chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council and even directed him to hold a Traditional Rulers Council meeting. I have engaged the chairmen of our local government areas. And for your office, in my engagement with the chairman, we had two agendas. One was the protest and the other one was anti-oil thefts. And the chairman and the state government and the federal government are working together to stop oil theft and oil bunkering in Nigeria. Particularly in our state. In the last meeting that I was invited by the National Security Advisor, in whose meeting the minister was supposed to be there, I think for other engagements he was not there, but the NNPC was there, the Chief of Defense Staff was there, the Inspector General of Police was there, and all the oil-producing governors were there. And we have all resolved to work hand in glove in our different states to stop oil theft and oil bunkering in Bayelsa State. And so, Honorable Minister, I try to give you this brief so that as you are here at home, feel at home, the home that you have when you conclude your service. We will open our two hands to receive you. We know that your reign will not be like the other man's reign. You are a very focused person. You are somebody I have known over the years, and you are going to represent our state very well in the Federal Executive Council, which you have started doing already. And we are happy with what you are doing, with the way you are representing us at the Federal Executive Council.
We are essentially here in the state to first of all commend you for your exceptional leadership. Because the world is a global village. All that is happening here is known all over the world. Those in the US are seeing what you're doing. Those in Abuja, those in any part of the world are seeing what you're doing. So when you do your engagements, we also see them. So I'm basically here to commend you for the good job that you are doing. As a minister, the president has given us very clear directives that we operate a federal system of government. And so you have to work with the governors at this particular time to ensure that there is peace and there's no violent protest in your respective states. We had a Federal Executive Council meeting on Monday, and the president directed that liaise with your governors, with the governors of different states, to ensure that we do not have a repeat of the NSAS. And as Bayelsa people, we are known for our peaceful nature. And so I want to thank you for the engagement you've done, since this reported protest, started. And I'm here basically to compliment what you have been doing. I came in today so that I can have engagements with different youth groups, with different stakeholder groups, and also appeal to them, to give the government more time to be able to address the concerns of Nigerians. The issues that they have raised are very germane, but protests or violent protest is not a solution. And that is why we are here to engage, and that's why you have been engaging them. Let me also use this opportunity to say that I have also quietly been engaging them. Mine as minister, in charge of oil, goes even beyond Bayelsa. And so I've been engaging youths from different stakeholders from different states in the Niger Delta. You also agree with me that oil and gas is still basically accounting for 90% of our forex exchange. It's basically what the economy substantially relies on. And so once there's any disruption in our oil and gas activities, it affects the economy of Nigeria. And so it's also part of my duty to ensure that, we have peace in the Niger Delta. And since I became minister, we have had peace in the Niger Delta. We've not had any cases of avengers. We've not had any cases of people willfully going to, destroy pipelines for one reason or the other. The only issue has been the issue of, oil theft, which takes a toll on the income that even comes to Bayelsa. And so, very soon I'll come back to you, Your Excellency, with Owando. Owando, I just, bought over 40% of, Nigerian Archipel Company. They bought the Nigerian Archipel Company. They had 40% of all the oil blocks that they were operating. 60% is owned by NNPC, and then 40% was owned by them. But they had operators. But it's also interesting you to know that 80% of all, Nigerian Archipel Company, now Owando, is in Bayelsa. And so, if the state government, Your Excellency, if you work together with me and Owando optimizes production, 13% will increase, there will be a lot more revenue to the government of Bayelsa to be able to provide the needed infrastructure to our own people. So I've engaged Owando, and very soon I'll come with them. I'll come with the chairman, with the MD, with everybody in Owando, so that I can sit with you and other stakeholders, and we will work out a modality to see how we can maximize production from the oil and gas facilities that Owando has bought today. I also want to thank you, for your collaboration with me. Since I became minister, we have collaborated in the interest of our own state. And I also want to say that Nigeria is a federation with federal government, with state government, and local government. And only one person will be governor at a particular time. And by the grace of God, you are the governor of Bayelsa. And you are not governor for PDP, you are governor for APC, for any political party, you are governor for every Bayelsa person. And so, as leader of APC, by our own APC constitution, anywhere where there is no governor, the minister is the leader of the party. And I'm the leader of the APC in Bayelsa. And I deliberately came with David Lyon today, so that there will be no doubt. I deliberately came with Sonny Goli. If I would have come with Senator Degi, from the APC family, we have APC United as well. Only one person is on one side. The rest of APC is together. And as APC, we want to assure you that we'll work with you to ensure that we sustain the peace that Bayelsa is enjoying. We also work with you to ensure that the progress that Bayelsa is experiencing, we sustain it. We have to collaborate to bring more development, to Bayelsa. Anything that federal government can bring, to the state to complement what you are doing as state government is what we are determined and committed, to do. Just discard, those few people who are drowning. When somebody is drowning, you want to hold on to everything. That is why they drag in any kid's name to it, but we are not like them. When they go low, we go high. Michelle Obama said that, look, when they go low as a leader, you have to go high. So we are not going to join issues with them. That's why I haven't issued any statement. When I heard yesterday that, my predecessor as minister, was trying to link me to whatever he was planning to do. When you fail, you try to, drag anything, as a defense. But I'm here physically, to say as leader of APC, that APC is working with you. The federal government is working with you as state government. To ensure that we talk to home people, not to be used by anybody, not to, follow this so-called protest that has no clear, objective. So, Excellency, I'm not going to bore you and members of ESCO, any longer, but to tell you that since we had the issue, we have been quietly, engaging different stakeholder groups, and I came today, to complement what you have been doing. And as I leave here, I'll go to the IYC Secretariat, where, youths from different ethnic groups in the states, we are homogeneous Asian people, but even youths from other non-indigenous, everybody will gather, and I will speak to them to say, look, please don't be used by anybody. Whatever concerns you have, there are constitutional ways of expressing those concerns. And the problems of Nigeria didn't start today. When this government came into office, this government inherited a debt profile of 82 trillion. When President Goodluck left office, he left 12 trillion. Yes, the same APC, but the previous APC government had a 70 trillion debt to Goodluck's 12 trillion. And that was not Goodluck's own. From Obasanjo's time, after the debt cancellation, to when Goodluck left, the debt profile of Nigeria was 12 trillion. But when President Tinubu came into office, the debt was 82 trillion. Maybe it was a mistake that we didn't tell Nigerians what President Tinubu inherited. But as a leader, he's providing proactive solutions to those problems. But we can't do it alone. We have to collaborate with state governments to be able to, solve these problems. And that is why the President has always contended that, look, you must work with your state governments, with your state. I must commend you, for your very, bold statements you made here, that palliatives came from the federal, but the cost of distribution and the act of distribution is with the state. And I heard you, in the news when you said that, look, these palliatives have no party coloration, no APC, no PDP, no political appointees, no civil servants. But some of your colleagues were rebagging them and selling them. I have to commend you. But here you said, give it to Bayelsa people. Here you said, give it to Bayelsa people, irrespective of party affiliation. Whereas your colleagues were busy rebagging and trying to sell them, and then they were being caught, and then they were denying that, okay, we didn't know our boys were doing it. All this thing boils down to leadership. I want to assure you that at the APC, there's a time for everything. When 2027 comes, we'll play the politics. But for now, governance. We are the federal government, you are the state government. The least we can do is to collaborate with you to attract as much development to our own people. When 2027 comes, we will fight. That time you will not see me here. Courtesy call me, we don't have a way. But right now, I have to come. But when that time comes, we will do the politics. But for now, we need you. We need your collaboration with the federal government to be able to address the concerns of Nigerians. And no matter what, no matter what happens, there's only one Bayelsa state. We don't want to burn our state. We don't want to do anything that will be injurious to the interest of our own people. Your Excellency, I want to thank you. I don't want you to worry yourself about some, even in the PDP, you will have some factions. When a party is big, there are bound to be factions. So even in the APC, we may have factions, but we have the largest group. That is why you see Sonny Gully, and if I had known, I would have come with Degi. I would have come with maybe people from Silver's local government to show you that they are not with him.
But Gully is from Silver's local government.
Yes, Gully is more people would have come. And that was why I said we are APC United. We are APC United, and I mean, we are here, not to quarrel, but to collaborate so that our people can benefit, more. So expect more of me. As I said, I'll come a lot more often, because going, down the road to 2027, there will be a lot of, economic activities. There will be a lot of things that will require me coming to you, to be able to engage with you, with other stakeholders, so that we'll be able to get the best we can for our people. Your Excellency, members of the State Executive Council, this is my first time of even seeing this hall. I haven't been here before since I left as Speaker. I haven't been to, to this place since I left as Speaker some 23 years ago. So it's indeed a very big honor, for me to be invited in, and be given the privilege, to speak to you and to members of the team. And I've always said that we are one Bayelsa people. We are the glory of our lands, and we can only achieve, maximally whatever we set out to achieve if we're united. So, Excellency, thank you very much. And may God bless Bayelsa State.